Hello. The next series of Tez Talks Q&A from Lindsay again. Are there any recent Zen books you have read and loved lately? Or Zen websites, music, apps? I love the Oprah Sunday Soul sessions. Love all her speakers, her contributors. They're just amazing individuals with beautifully inspiring stories, and they're real too. They're real people going through real struggles, and you can really connect with them, and that's really nice. Other websites, I love all Amanda de Cadenet stuff, which is amandadecadenet.tv, I think it is, or the conversation.tv. And she is a super inspiring woman. She's also a friend of mine, and I love what she talks about and shining your brightest self. And she asks real questions of really interesting and dynamic women, and her focus is on the strength of women. So I love watching her videos and her interviews, and just her website I find really re-energizing. Also, I have another girlfriend who does a website called Melissa Ambrosini. Her site is it's all about like mastering your mean girl, and by that she means I think she really delves into like eradicating the ego and being your best self. How do you live your best life? How do you be healthy and balanced and successful and manifest all of your dreams? And she's really empowering. I love how she speaks. It feels so positive and uplifting and encouraging, and she feels like such an amazing tribe member who's rooting for you, and she has your back. And it's cool because I think I don't put her on a pedestal. She doesn't put herself on a pedestal. She feels very much of the people, and like her life feels attainable, and you feel like you can be like her and have her kind of philosophy. And I think it's important to find people like that. You don't feel so far away from yourself. Eckhart Tolle, as you all know, is my obsession. He's got some podcasts that you can purchase. And they're worth it. Here's the thing, I wouldn't listen to them when you drive, because for me they are completely meditative, and I have to listen to them before bed, and it gets me in a great Zen space where I can listen to his words, like really like suck up everything he's saying, and then I can go to sleep. When I drive though, I'm literally like, oh my God, I have to have a power nap. Like I'm feeling too zenned out right now. But he's amazing. I love him. Who else? Well, yeah, if you haven't read The Anatomy of the Spirit, I love that book by Caroline Myss. Again, that's all about delving into our intuition and being able to determine aspects of our physical selves that are out of balance, perhaps because we are mentally imbalanced, and it manifests itself physically. So I love her book. I think it's amazing. I mentioned this earlier, If the Buddha Married. That's great for married people. It's like the Buddha's perspective on marriage and partnership. I'm also reading this other great one called The Soulmate Experience with my husband. We both have a copy each. And it's all about, having like radical, progressive, connected relationships with your loved one. I love it. It's just such a beautiful way of looking at relationships, and about being in a couple bubble and knowing each other so well and accepting each other, and just being that pillar of strength and support for one another, and practical ways of doing that. And so I find it really interesting. Sacred Commerce is another fantastic book. It's about basically starting a business, like an entrepreneurial business, in an area that is mindful, conscious, and giving back to the world. And that is such a dream of mine, and I have so many friends who do that and who can actually make a living out of helping people and being the change. I mean, I think that's sort of the dream. We all have to make a living. We all have to make money. It's nothing we need to be ashamed about. But if you can do it in a beautiful way that's also really affecting and uplifting other people, I mean, that's golden to me. So sacred commerce is amazing. I've been really enjoying that. The Tao. I love the Tao. It's just like these little, you flip to a page, you read a little snippet of what the Tao's written, and it's just the truth. It's just like spurting the absolute authentic truth, and it's beautiful, and it's like there's little pick-me-ups that you need during the day. You read it and you're like, wow, I've been re-energized. And I actually keep a copy of that in my car, which is really nice. If I'm ever feeling like road ragey, I'll be like, I'm gonna read the Tao, have a little check-in, put it back, and I feel good. And then a lot of the books I've been reading lately, because I'm pregnant, is all of the Ina May Gaskin spiritual midwifery, like all that sort of stuff is my jam. So any pregnant mamas out there or anyone with children, all the Ina May Gaskin stuff I really highly recommend. Okay. Let's see, what is the main way you choose to manifest positive energy other than manifest boards? Affirmations. It's just what you put out there. It's what you put out into the universe. And if it's of a high, beautiful level, then that's what you get back. I mean, the law of attraction is really spot on. I mean, whatever you put out there. Have you noticed when you're having a bad day and everything sucks and you're in the worst mood ever, it's like one thing after the next goes wrong because you're just putting it out there. You're like asking for that to come back to you. It's like a mirror. So if you're putting the positive stuff, it's like that mirror is going to throw that positivity right back. And I think that's how manifesting works, is you throw all this like beautiful positivity out in the world and be like, hey, this is what I'm asking for. This is what I'm desiring. Like, I'm just going to put it out there. I'm not going to beg for it. I'm not going to obsess over it. And it comes back. I mean, that's beautiful. It's a really lovely way to live your life in general. Plus, it also just helps you get all the things that you desire in a pure and serene way without the obsession. But also, the more high vibrational people we have around, the more we are creating a society with less suffering and less judgment and more acceptance and less separatism. And that's really what I think we need to do. And it feels like there's a real conscious movement right now, which is super exciting. More and more people want to listen to things like this and, other like spiritual teachings. And it's amazing. It's really exciting because I think we need so much more of that. And a lot of the media can be skewed negative and scary and be fear-based. And so we need to find communities where it is about positivity. And the more we are attracted to those sorts of communities, the more that's just how we're going to be living our lives. So I think that's a really, really good way to manifest positive energy, is just be that. Be positive energy, be loving, be accepting, meet every situation with kindness and compassion first and foremost. And this is what you're going to be getting thrown back at you. You try it. Next time you're in a bad mood, you'll start to notice and then all of a sudden your tire goes flat, or your phone dies in the middle of a super important phone call, or you get stuck in traffic and you're late for that meeting. It's just, you literally manifest crappier stuff into your life. If you're having a bad day and you're like, oh, I'm really noticing I'm having a bad day. That's interesting. I wonder what lesson there is in this. Like, oh, I guess that could have been a gift, being late to that. What's the lesson in this? All right, the lesson is you have to let go of control. And then from that mind frame, I notice that things start to shift for the better. Things start to suddenly get a little more positive, and your day starts to get a little easier. And so that is what I would recommend. Yeah. All right, so almost out of time. I think I have one more question left. Oh my goodness. All right, so I think this will be the last Tez Talks of the Q&A. All right, mwah.